stay back. You're not qualified." Sergeant Harris's harsh words echoed in Corporal Lisa Rodriguez's ears. 30 militants had surrounded them. 8 American soldiers were about to die, and everyone wanted her to wait safely in the rear. But Lisa Rodriguez wasn't just a medical student. She'd grown up on the streets of Los Angeles, and she'd learned to kill to survive. That day, in 30 minutes, what the quiet medical student really was would be revealed. And no one, neither enemies nor her own soldiers, could imagine what Lisa Rodriguez could do with the lessons she'd learned on the streets. Because sometimes the deadliest weapon isn't what creates casualties, but what's in the hands of the one who saves lives. Meet Corporal Lisa Rodriguez, 23 years old, who had been working in the medical unit at Forward Operating Base Thunder for 7 months. 5 feet 5 inches, brown hair, quiet and gentle in appearance. Everyone called her Doc, but not out of respect, out of mockery. Because she wasn't a real doctor, just a medical student who had studied at UCLA for 3 years before joining the Army. Sergeant Harris was the cruelest. Just a student, he'd say, useless in real combat. No one knew she'd spent her childhood in the most dangerous streets of East LA. No one knew that from age 14 she'd fought every night to protect her brother Carlos from gang wars. While her father was in prison and her mother worked 2 jobs to survive, Lisa had learned the brutal lessons of the streets. Krav Maga, Muay Thai, street fighting, all for survival. But when she joined the Army, she'd hidden her past. She just wanted to be a medical student, to heal, not fight, to save, not kill. She'd left Street Lisa behind, or so she thought. Wednesday morning, 6:15. Lisa was doing inventory at the medical center, counting bandages, antibiotics, painkillers. Harris was watching closely. "Rodriguez, you miscounted again. There are 47 morphine vials, not 45. "Sorry, Sergeant. Sorry isn't enough. A doctor must be precise. You're just a student, but at least learn to count." Lisa gritted her teeth. 7 months of the same humiliation. She'd been top of her class at UCLA, but here she was, treated like just a student. Rapid footsteps were heard. Lieutenant Mitchell rushed in. "Rodriguez, Alpha Team needs a medic. Get ready now." Lisa got excited. Finally, a real mission. "What happened, sir?" "Civilian rescue operation in the village. 15 civilians hostage. They might be injured. Need medical support." Harris interrupted. "Sir, Rodriguez has no field experience. Maybe someone more experienced." "Harris, there's no other medic. Everyone's on mission." Mitchell turned to Lisa. "But Rodriguez, this is medical support only. You won't engage in combat. You'll stay back and treat wounded. Clear?" "Clear, sir." 0730. Toward the village Alpha Team consisted of 8 soldiers and Lisa. They moved in 3 Humvees. Lisa was in the ambulance Humvee with medical supplies. Team leader Sergeant Davis gave the briefing. "Intelligence says 15 civilians hostage in one building, 5 to 6 militants. Standard rescue operation." Lisa sat in the back, nervous inside. This was her first real mission. She'd done simulations at UCLA, but this was real. As they approached the village, Lisa noticed something. It was too quiet. The streets were empty. "Is this normal?" she asked. Private Johnson turned. "Villages aren't usually this quiet. Kids, animals. Something's wrong." They approached the central building, 2-story stone structure, windows closed. Davis gave hand signals. "Positions. Rodriguez, stay in the Humvee." Soldiers got out of vehicles, began approaching the building. Lisa watched nervously. Then everything exploded. 8 o'clock. The trap automatic gunfire came from every direction, from rooftops, windows, street corners. "Ambush! Ambush!" Davis shouted. An RPG hit the first Humvee. The vehicle flew into the air, metal pieces scattered everywhere. Davis and 3 soldiers were pinned in the second Humvee, under a rain of fire. Bullets began hitting Lisa's ambulance Humvee. The bulletproof glass cracked like a spiderweb. Rodriguez. Keep your head down, Driver Martinez shouted, radio crackling. At least 30 enemies. Heavy weapons, requesting backup. Backup 45 minutes out. Lisa peered through the window. The first Humvee was burning. From Davis's group, one was hit. Private Thompson lying on the ground covered in blood. 8 American soldiers. 30 militants. Impossible numbers. Lisa saw Thompson writhing in pain. Blood spurting from his leg. Arterial bleeding. Without intervention, he'd die in 10 minutes. Martinez, give me the medical kit. Where are you going? You can't go out there. Thompson will die. What are your orders? Stay back. Lisa hesitated. Orders versus life. Rules versus conscience. Thompson's pained moan came, full of agony. Lisa made her decision. She grabbed the medical kit, opened the Humvee door. Rodriguez! What are you doing? Martinez screamed, but Lisa was already running. 0805. First rescue. Lisa was running across open terrain, bullets whizzing around her. Thompson was 40 meters away. Street instincts kicked in. Zigzag pattern. Movement style learned from escaping gang shootouts in East LA. Left, right, roll, sprint. Bullets hit at her feet, but Lisa expertly evaded. A militant aimed from the rooftop. Lisa reflexively grabbed a stone from the ground, threw it. Perfect aim from childhood bottle practice. The militant lost balance. She reached Thompson. Doc, what are you doing here? Thompson moaned. Saving you. Femoral artery hit. Lisa applied tourniquet, found pressure points. She knew from trauma surgery rotation at UCLA. How did you run like that? The bullets. Los Angeles streets, Lisa answered briefly. She dragged Thompson to safety, but other soldiers were still under fire. Davis was shouting on radio, "We're pinned down! Can't move." 8:12. The battle escalates. Lisa ran to Davis's group. 3 soldiers pinned behind a wall under heavy fire. Rodriguez. Davis was shocked. What are you doing here? I saved Thompson, sir. Now I'll save you. You're a medic. What business do you have in combat? A militant was doing a flanking maneuver, approaching from the right. Davis's group hadn't seen him. Lisa saw him. Street Lisa activated. She pulled out a scalpel from the medical kit. She'd done knife fights in East LA, but scalpel was sharper, more deadly. She approached the militant from behind. Silently. She'd learned anatomy at UCLA, which points to hit for instant paralysis. Between cervical vertebrae C2 to C3, pressure on spinal cord. The scalpel struck. The militant fell without a sound. Davis turned, saw. How did you? Anatomy, sir. I know where to cut the spinal cord. A second militant attacked, running toward Lisa with a knife drawn. Lisa combined UCLA Krav Maga classes with East LA street fighting. She read the militant's knife movement, dodged, elbow strike to solar plexus, then knee kick to liver. Finally, medical knowledge, pressure point to carotid artery. The militant was unconscious in 3 seconds. Jesus Christ, Rodriguez. Private Wilson was shocked. How are you doing this? Medical training. Lisa lied. Actually, it was 50% medical, 50% street warfare. 0820. Situation worsens. Radio crackled. Alpha team. Multiple RPGs incoming. Take cover. Lisa looked around. 30 militants had surrounded them. They were firing from high positions. Americans were pinned down low. Sir, Lisa turned to Davis. This position is unsustainable. We need to get to high ground. You're not a tactician, Rodriguez. No, sir, but I know physics. High ground advantage, gravitational projectile trajectory, angular firing solutions. Speak English. Shooting downward is easier, sir. We're low. We're disadvantaged. Davis surveyed the area. Lisa was right. That building, Lisa pointed. 3 stories, roof access, sniper position. But how do we get there? 200 meters open ground. Lisa calculated. Street chase experience plus medical knowledge combination. Sir, do you have smoke grenades? 2 of them. I'll run create distraction. You give covering fire. We reach the building. Rodriguez, this is a suicide mission. Sir, staying here is also suicide. At least let's try being moving targets. Davis hesitated, but there was no other choice. Fuck it. Rodriguez, you're crazy, but you're right. Wilson Martinez covering fire. Rodriguez, go. 0825. Impossible run. Lisa threw the smoke grenade. Gray smoke covered the open area. Then she started running. But this wasn't normal running. This was UCLA track team sprint plus East LA gang escape plus medical school human kinetics combined. 200 meters, 30 militants. Fire from every direction. Lisa ran in zigzag pattern, unpredictable movement. Bullets whizzed around, but none hit. 50 meters, 100 meters, 150 meters. A militant jumped from the roof onto her. Lisa reflexively used medical knowledge, anatomical weak points, kicked to the militant's kneecap, then chopped to trachea. The militant lost breath. She reached the building. Other soldiers followed behind. 0832. Rooftop advantage. When Lisa reached the roof, she assessed the tactical situation. 30 militants scattered below. But now Lisa's group had high ground. Sir, Lisa turned to Davis. I studied ballistics in medical school. From this angle, this distance, rifle accuracy increases 300%. Are you a military tactician now? No, sir, I'm a physicist. Gravity, trajectory, angular momentum, math. Davis extended his rifle to Lisa. Then show me. Sir, I'm a medic. Rodriguez, you killed 4 enemies today. You're not a medic. You're a warrior. Lisa took the rifle. She'd worked on UCLA shooting team. Precision, breath control, trigger discipline. First shot, 180 meters. Militant down. Second shot, 210 meters. Another militant. UCLA physics plus East LA survival instincts plus medical precision equals deadly combination. Lisa fired systematically. Each shot calculated. Wind speed, distance, target movement pattern. In 10 minutes, 12 militants fell. The remaining 18 militants retreated. 0845. Victory radio crackled. Alpha team status report. Davis responded. Mission accomplished. 15 civilians rescued. Enemy neutralized. Casualties. Davis looked at Lisa. 0 KIA. Minor wounded, but Rodriguez treated them all. Rodriguez? Isn't she just a medic? Sir, Rodriguez killed 16 enemies, saved 4 soldiers, provided tactical advantage, and gave medical treatment. She's not just a medic, sir. Pause. Copy. Alpha team. Outstanding work. 2 hours later, return to base. When Alpha team returned to base, the entire base was waiting. Word had spread. Sergeant Harris was shocked. Rodriguez, did you really kill 16 enemies? Medical necessity, Sergeant. Medical necessity. They were trying to kill our wounded soldiers. I took the Hippocratic Oath. First, do no harm. To prevent harm to them, I eliminated the source. Harris's mouth hung open. Lieutenant Colonel Walker approached. Rodriguez, come to my briefing room. 3 hours later, Rodriguez Walker put the file on the desk. We did a background check. Lisa's stomach churned. East LA gang territory, street fights, UCLA Krav Maga team captain, shooting team, MVP, pre-med honor student. Sir, You're not just a medic. Walker smiled. You're a multi-skilled operator. Walker opened another file. 75th Ranger Regiment wants you as a special operations medic. Sir? Rodriguez, today you killed 16 enemies, saved 4 soldiers, showed tactical leadership, and you still have medical training. This is big, sir. Rodriguez, you're a warrior plus healer combination. Very rare. Rangers need this combination, Lisa thought. She could return to UCLA and become a doctor. Or, I accept, sir. Staff Sergeant Lisa Rodriguez would go on to serve with the 75th Ranger Regiment as a special operations medic. But she never forgot that day when everyone learned that sometimes the most dangerous weapon isn't the gun. It's the quiet medical student who knows exactly where to aim. No one would ever call her just a student again, because Lisa Rodriguez had proven that the deadliest healer is the one who can kill to heal.